Let's go!
Worst loss today in franchise history.
Is Bill Belichick really coming to save the day? A pretty crazy breaking news report that we will talk about at the end of the video. But first, we must break down this film. And you start off with a really good play design. You see how far back the safety is? It's a good indicator that they are playing man over here. So you create a bunch of traffic and you just run a little whip route behind it. It's so hard to guard against this. And Aaron Glenn defenses can be beaten, okay, even by McCorkle. And Evan Ingram is able to pick up this first down right here. And then we get to what looks to be an absolute wounded gazelle running in the shape of an NFL quarterback, and that's McCorkle here on this 3rd and 8. He decides to tuck and run. The C's do part, and you do get away with a bit of a hold right here, okay? Can't do that. Obviously, that is no bueno. You get away with it. So, Mac, I have no idea why he decides to slide right here. It makes absolutely, positively no sense to slide. But I understand you don't want to go to the third stringer. It sets up 4th and medium. Okay, 3rd and 1. I have no idea where he's trying to run the football behind this unfreaking believably bad offensive line. And there's no pull read involved at all. Okay, now there is an RPO attached to it, and I actually probably would have liked to have seen this get thrown. It is getting blown up because Parker Washington doesn't understand how to run this play, but it makes no sense to run this if the quarterback never pulls and runs with it, and that allows 44 to be unblocked and flow all the way down here. It didn't really matter. Little got destroyed, and now you're having to punt or go for it. I'm going to share some of your defensive clips. I normally just focus on the offense. It is ridiculous how many times I've seen your players run into each other, okay? You're playing man coverage. It could be tough versus a Ben Johnson team, especially with outside zone. Play action at an outside zone could be so brutal because you're having to wait so long to see if this actually is a handoff. And one more thing that they add to it is this left guard peels away just in case this end is just crashing down hard. But the point here is you have guys running into each other. My goodness gracious, 23, bang, right into Monteric Brown. Wouldn't have been shocked if he was concussed. Jared Goff sees it, and no biggie, just probably the fastest receiver in the NFC North with the football in stride in acres, and I mean acres of space. And honestly, it's a good job by Cisco limiting the damage here, and it is a huge, huge, huge gain. Then, of course, do you really think the Jaguars know how to fit the run? Do you really think so? All right, no. 93 actually is in a good spot to get off of this and make a play. That is allergic to the Jaguars, okay? That's impossible. Here's another chance to make a play. A single-digit playmaker. Take it off, put number 29 on your body, and Jahmyr Gibbs basically houses this, and he eventually pounds it in from the 1. Okay, Mac is laying an egg. It is 3rd and Fruit Cove here, and you're running a screen, and, well, man, you get a big missed block right here. This is a good job by this corner seeing the screen and attacking it so hard downhill. Guard doesn't have enough athleticism to get a piece. Etienne is a shell of his older self, so he's not making a miss. And Amick Robertson out of Louisiana Tech makes a big play. We're good when the other team says, hey, you know what we're going to do? We're going to freaking become the Harlem Globetrotters versus your schnikey-ass defense. And guess what? Well, it's a little dipsy-doodle hook and ladder. Once again, no big deal. One of the fastest receivers in the NFL had the ball. Actually, he did a good job limiting this damage. Here we go. I actually think something very weird happened here. It's the only way to really describe how bad of a throw this is. So you see Mac Jones is looking at the line of scrimmage. There are 10 guys on the field, and then an 11th actually runs to this deep half. And I'm thinking Mac Jones, pre-snap, never saw 31 actually get over here, which is why he decides to chunk this football down the field in man-to-man versus Brian Thomas Jr. And you could see that he's just looking in that direction the entire time. You never should do that versus a too high shell. I honestly don't think he ever saw him. And number one, BTJ is just blanketed. And number two, it should have been picked. So you get very lucky there. All right, Detroit up by a lot. And once again, the thing you want to do versus them is make them make difficult plays. Okay? First thing is, all game long, Jacksonville's spacing was so bad, okay? This is man-to-man coverage, all right? But no one has a running back out of the backfield, and 3 people have Tim Patrick, whose ACL has the same resistance as a moist turkey leg, okay? So 3 guys guarding a receiver that runs a 5'8", 40-yard dash, and nobody who is guarding the guy who runs a Usain Bolt 40-yard dash. He catches it perfectly in stride, and now you've got to run this down from behind, okay? And it looks like 33 lets up. Not good, okay? You have Ventrell Miller make some ridiculous catch-up speed right here. This honestly is as good of a chase-down tackle as you will see a linebacker make. Good job making him cut back. And I would bench 33 for not even being in the frame, because that lets me know that he wasn't running hard. That's one hell of a play. It really, really, really is. Some SEC on SEC damage. And you see Jahmyr Gibbs is like, how did you do that? Okay, 3rd and 7. If you're a single-digit outside corner, you've got to do better than this. And this obviously is Tyson Campbell, and this is honestly really good design. All right, you stack the receiver, so it's tough to just run with him on the shallow drag. And look, Tyson Campbell gets absolutely burned right here by Jared Goff and Amon-Ra St. Brown. That's pitiful from the second rounder. He used to wear number 32, give it back to him, take the single digit off, and give it to an actual playmaker. You can't just let people walk into the end zone. This is not high school football. Okay, so we get to this 3rd and 4. And one thing I could say about Jared Goff is his ball location is always really smart, okay? Once again, trips a bunch. Every team in the NFL is doing it. It's so tough to sort out the routes, okay? So right here, the ball needs to be right here if you're McCorkle, all right? It needs to lead this receiver into the space. Either a Gabe Davis, who is a big target, needs to know to catch this football and fall forward immediately, not turn directly up and let a corner who weighs 30 pounds less than you hold you back from picking up the first down. Okay, 4th down, you're able to pick it up, and guess what? You finally get Brian Thomas Jr. going. But it's a little too late, in the words of famous philosopher JoJo, okay? You can't do this, all right? You can't get BTJ this involved this late into the game, all right? Deep in breaker, good stuff. Let's go, BTJ. Run. You got other receivers that can't even keep their feet, and he picks up a first down. All right, 2nd and 9. I know this sounds lame, but this is smart quarterbacking right here from Mac. Hit your underneath, just make the field goal easier, and just get out with some points, okay? This is also really good football IQ for Evan Ingram, just to fall down quickly and then to call the timeout. Good stuff. Okay, it's 3rd and Palatka. You've got to make this throw, okay? Goodness gracious. Mac, please, please, please give this team some hope. The first thing is, this pocket is fine. I don't know why he's shuffling his feet like this at all, okay? I understand trying to buy some extra time, but he eventually does get a decent base. Maybe I'm wrong on this. Maybe he should be giving ground here. But still, he does eventually get a good base. You've got to make this throw. You just do, okay? And Parker Washington, maybe he should have caught that. Still, it's just bad. This never ceases to amaze me, okay? I don't have the all-22 yet to really see what happened here on the back end, but you are down by a frick ton, all right? There is no reason at all to be playing conservatively. If they beat you over the top, so be it. You have got to be aggressive and force a punt here for you to even have a chance to come back and win this game. But no, typical easy 4-man rush that's easy to protect versus his offense, and Jared Goff, who's been picking you apart, even though Armstead does get some pressure here. Look at how open Jameson Williams is. I mean, is that how you want to go out, cowardly? I mean, why is everybody playing that soft? Okay, it's not like they've been beating you over the top. They've been beating you underneath, and because everything's so easy underneath, it's explosive. I really do mean it. I don't remember an offensive game where there were so many guys just running so wide open, and Wright, the tight end, was in the back of the left corner of the end zone open for a very long time, okay? And he's able to just play pitch and catch and score.
What about the guy that put together the best team ever assembled, General Manager Trent Baalke? I've talked to several people throughout the league, and there's a belief in some circles he could potentially survive into next year as part of a package deal that would reunite him with someone he worked with back in 1998 and 1999 with the New York Jets. That coach is available. He's won a few Super Bowls. His name is Bill Belichick.
And another part of the report that you didn't hear from Mike Florio is if Bill Belichick were to take the job, he would want to build around his former first-round pick, Mac Jones. Who doesn't believe McCorkle is a franchise quarterback? Look at this missile thrown across his body to a wide-open Brian Thomas Jr. I'm kidding. That wasn't part of Florio's report. I know some of you had your heart sink to your stomach. But let me know if you want Bill Belichick as the next coach. And for your mercy, I'm not going to show any more plays from this game, okay? It is Power Hour NFL. Boom. Why not do it? Make yourself relevant, Jacksonville. And tonight we are doing lemon pepper chicken wings. Let's go.